It is an incredible day. It's going to be amazing to have all these typewriters in the park.
We are going to be performing the project for our wonderful professor, Sheryl Oring, called I Wish to Say.
What is our goal today?
So today we're going to be at Bryant Park.
Activating democracy. Yeah.
We're going to be typing up letters to the presidential candidates. The use of a typewriter is a little bit more of a non-traditional way of typing things up. It's kind of a lost art, and it's kind of been used as its own, like, nostalgic kind of artwork.
I'm really excited to see what people have to say to the candidates.
Sheryl Oring is a role model and an inspiration. I worked very closely with her over the past semester, and I've gotten to learn that she's a very passionate, very compassionate and kind person. I really appreciate what she's doing today. I've had to sit down and collect my thoughts about these candidates, especially with this election. It's easier to deal with it by not thinking about it. It can be really frustrating. But when I was forced to write my own letter, I had to collect my thoughts and actually form an opinion about some of the candidates to be able to write a letter.
So anyone that wishes to come out to say anything to the presidential candidates, they come and dictate to us. We type it up. A copy will actually be sent off to the candidates themselves, and then another copy will be held in an exhibition in Brooklyn, New York, as well as North Carolina.
I had to practice and learn how to use it. It's very similar to a keyboard. The letters are the same setup and everything. It was pretty similar, quite easy to get a hold of.
It brings me back to when I was a kid working at my mom at the bank, and I used to go and sit with her and just type on the typewriter all day long. The voices to the candidates are kind of muted when it comes to what things they surround themselves with. So basically having this personalized, hand-typed letter may open up their eyes a little bit to what the people actually think.
Check 1, 2. Chickadee check. Hey, the Human Torch was denied a bank loan.
You get to hear personal stories from each individual person that you wouldn't get to hear otherwise, and everybody's got a different story.
I'm from Korea. People in public, they can communicate through the letter with the presidential candidate. I think it's very interesting concept for me as a foreigner.
We encourage you to express yourselves and have a say.
All these typists here, you just go there, sit down, tell them what you want to say.
50 typewriters throughout the park.
Normally, normal citizens don't usually put their political thoughts down on a piece of paper, so it's something different. I'm 26, so I don't have too much political experience. This is probably the most interesting year of presidential candidates that I've been witness to. I'm not impressed with any of the choices.
I just wrote a hate note to Donald Trump.
Part of what I liked about the typewriter is it slows everything down. So it gives you a pause to think while she's typing and then review, because you can't, just so quickly change things.
I hope that the candidates take this seriously.
Dear Mr. Trump,
you should be ashamed.
Congratulations on your recent
victory. That you're spewing.
Dear Mr. Cruz,
Hillary,
how can you claim your bid for
Bernie Sanders' policies
when you were born in
and
Canada?
earn my vote? No fracking.
Don't fuck it up.
All of these statements that were just being read were just typed up within the last hour right here in the park.
Art as a means for social activism.
To focus on what really matters.